The buyer in Japan isn't king, but God. God expects a pitch, and that is what God gets from the Japanese salespeople. Let's find out how to ask God a few questions instead to find out what God really needs and scrap the pitch altogether. Find out how in today's show. Welcome back to Year 5 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchisee owner and master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and 3 times best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book is Zaegyo, and it is a translation of Japan Sales Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our high-performance studio in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We are here to win in business in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 248, Ask, Don't Tell. Soredewa ikimashou, so let's get going. In the West, we've all been trained in consultative selling for many decades. The buyers are used to salespeople turning up and asking a lot of questions to find out if there is some way they can help the buyer through providing their solution to solve buyer problems. The act of asking of questions is never even thought about because that is how it is done. In Japan, they don't really have professional salespeople because here they have pitch people instead. They ask no questions, just turn up and give their pitch. They roll out the flyers or the brochures and get straight into the nitty-gritty of the detail and the spec. They want to know how to throw enough mud against the wall to see if any of it will stick. This is what the buyers have been trained to expect. No questions, just a pitch fest. If you are coming out of the Western sales environment, you are going to be using consultative sales techniques and start asking the buyer a number of questions. This is a problem. In the West, we say the buyer is king. In Japan, the buyer is not king, but God. By the way, God doesn't brook any questions from impertinent salespeople. They are insulted to be asked questions. God is used to getting the sales pitch and then destroying it to make sure the risk factor has been fully minimized. You can ask questions of the buyer in Japan, but you can't just blunder your way in there and start blasting forth to get going with the probing questions. Fully boned up on the American-style sales methods, I remember applying these questioning techniques in Japan in my early sales career here. I was met with stone-cold, motherless silence by the buyers in short order. They were changing the subject and calling for my pitch. To ask questions in Japan, you need to set it up first. Here is how you do that. You begin with a bit of chit-chat to break the ice at the start of the meeting. Next, you describe what it is you do. Then give an example of a similar company's case where you have helped them improve their results. Suggest that maybe you could do the same for them. Then say, in order for you to know if that is possible or not, could you ask a few questions? For example, Dale Carnegie Training is a global specialist soft skills training company. We help people to develop in their careers and develop businesses to get the outcomes they are after. An example of this would be XYZ Company, where we trained all of their hotel staff and they found the client feedback really got a lift and repeat bookings definitely improved. Maybe we could do the same for you. I'm not sure. But in order for me to know if this is possible or not, would you mind if I ask you a few questions? There is your request for permission to ask questions, as opposed to going straight into the questioning format. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Winning with Relationships selling course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs? No sale. Can't present the solution convincingly? No sale. Can't handle objections properly? No sale. Can't close? No sale. Master the sales process by doing the Winning with Relationships selling course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. You will notice we say maybe rather than we can definitely do that for you. In the West, we say, well, we can definitely do this for you as a statement. We say maybe in Japan, and we do this to make it soft and less aggressive. We only ask for permission to ask a few questions. If there is no match, well, there won't be many questions, but if it is a match and there is interest, there may be many questions. We won't know that until we ask the first few questions of the buyer. We ask well-designed questions of the buyer and are simultaneously mentally running through our library of solutions to see if we can help them. If we can't, we shouldn't be wasting everyone's time. We should be off finding a buyer we can actually help. When it comes to the solution provision part, we know what they are after, so we can link our product or service to the solution provision they need. In Japan, it doesn't work like that. The pitch person here turns up, skips straight past the questioning stage, plunging headlong into the detail of the solution. They do this not even knowing if it is an appropriate solution for the needs of the buyer or not. The buyer has been trained by these pitch people and are simply not able to encompass the concept of questions for God. You turn up with your professional Western sales approach, start asking questions. Normally, what you will get then from the buyer is total silence. They just don't respond, and it feels very awkward. This is because they can't accept God getting questioned by a nobody. As I mentioned, they will just change the subject and be asking for your pitch. Trust me, you don't want to go there. You have to set it up and get permission to ask questions. If you do that, you'll be successful in Japan. If you want to be a pitch person instead, well, let me know how that's working out for you. I don't think it will go too well. Much better to be a professional salesperson and ask well-designed questions to uncover where you can be of service to the buyer. Remember, with questioning buyers in Japan, always get their permission first. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday, we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And every Friday, the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday, we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses. And so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode number 249, we are talking about stickability needed. So yoroshiku, onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.